Hey guys, it's Sharon from Digital Nomad Quest, and today we're going to talk about 11 things that I've learned from blogging. Now, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. I'm all about teaching on how to build passive income, become financially free, and design your best lives. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified of my latest videos. Now, let's just get right into it. So number one, blogging is not just writing. Now, I made the mistake of just thinking that I could just type some words, type some posts, and that'd be it. But really, you have to learn so many things, like how to set up your website, how to design your website, how to write a good blog post, how to start monetizing your website, how to drive traffic through SEO, social media, how to get backlinks. Like, there's so many different things that you have to think about. But the great thing about that is that it kind of sets you up for success if you wanted to build a business in the future, right? You learn all these ins and outs of marketing, how to produce content, and all this stuff that's really important for any type of business that you want to start. Blogging is a really great thing to start doing to kind of teach you all of these skills that will work to your benefit in the future. Even if you don't feel like starting your own product or business in the future, it can set you up for success in terms of creating multiple income streams for you in the future. Like, if you wanted to be a freelancer, you could basically learn how to do copywriting through blogging. You learn marketing, you learn design. So it's like you learn all these skills that in the future, if anything happened, you could go on Upwork and you can offer your services and have a portfolio to show those clients that you can actually do those things for them. Number two, what I've learned is you have to be consistent. I know this is cliche, but like anything you start, blogging, YouTube, podcasting, like you have to be consistent with weekly content or daily. Like, if it depends on your cadence, you just have to decide what cadence works for you. So in the past, I would like write a little bit and then I just like drop off for months thinking it'd be okay. You will see a decrease in traffic if you're not really keeping up with it, especially if you're building a personal brand. It's really crucial to like keep engaged with your users. If you have a repository of valuable content, yes, you can kind of leave it and set it there to get passive income. But yeah, if you want to grow it, you want to make sure you're staying consistent. So number three, branding and design do matter. But what I would say is don't focus on that too much till you're like way later in, because if you focus too much on it, you're gonna get overwhelmed and you're gonna basically burn out if you're thinking like, oh, I need to do this perfectly and this perfectly. Like, don't worry about perfection. Just take action, just go for it, launch your blog, and then worry about branding and design later. But if you want a good overview around design, I did create a free course for you guys. So check below. I have a link to it. It's called the Money Making Blog Crash Course. It's a 5-day course. We go into the setup, design, writing your posts, monetizing it, and all of that. Basically the basic crash course. So go ahead and sign up for that free course if you want to learn more about that. So number four, provide value in a specific niche. So you want to make sure you choose a specific topic, because if you're all over the place, it's going to be really hard to get users, because a lot of users want to go to you for a specific type of content. Like, they want to find a thought leader in a specific niche usually. So if you're able to provide value in a certain area that they will be interested in, they're going to follow you. And also, if you provide free value for them, they're going to come back and they're going to trust you. So you're wanting to maintain and build that trust so that if you do offer services or products or whatever, they're going to trust you enough to buy those products and buy the products that you recommend. So it's important to make sure that every blog post you create, every free opt-in provides value. So another thing is you want to provide free printables and stuff like that where they can sign up with their email to get it. So that brings me to my next point, number five, collect emails. It's very important to collect emails and grow your email list, because you know, one day maybe something's going to happen and you might lose your whole website or lose your YouTube channel or whatever, right? And you want to make sure that you are still collecting your emails so that you still have a way to contact your users. So as you're collecting these emails, you won't have to worry as much if anything goes down, because you have your user base and you can kind of grow your brand all over again if you needed to. So in order to collect those emails, you want to make sure you provide free opt-ins for them so that they want to sign up for your email newsletter. It's very hard to get people to sign up just to follow your updates, but it's easier when you're giving them something of value. They're like, oh, like she's presenting a lot of great material, I want to keep following along. So it's like a little teaser of what they're going to get, and then you can keep providing them good value, and that way you'll have an engaged user base for when you have your course launch or whatever product launch. You will have them to kind of support you. Now, if you want to do email marketing the right way, I definitely advise you to use ConvertKit. So I use ConvertKit to design all my email sequences and funnels and things like that. I'm excited to go over all of those things in future videos where we're going to talk all about email marketing, because it's very crucial to build your business. So go ahead and check that link below for ConvertKit. Number 6, it's important to get backlinks. So I didn't really think about this before, but the way SEO works is that the more backlinks you get, the more it helps with your link juice. So basically your site becomes more powerful if you have really relevant links or powerful links that link back to you. So if you get sources that are huge, or if you get other blogs that are similar to your website, then basically those links will be very powerful for your website. Think of like Google search as like a spider web type of thing, where the more sites that are connected to you, the more interconnected you are into like the spider web, where Google will be able to crawl your website better. Sources are linking to you, which basically means that you are a trusted source usually. But when you're building links, make sure you don't game the system. You're not buying backlinks, because that usually can penalize you and like screw you over. So always do it the more organic way. I'll teach more ideas on how to build backlinks in a future video. Number 7, you want to be everywhere. So Pat Flynn talks about it, where you want to make sure you are everywhere with like YouTube, podcasts, blogging, or whatever, or even social media. You want to find some platforms that resonate with you, that you are able to make consistent content on multiple platforms, because people consume content in different ways. I talked about this before, but like some people learn better with audio, some people learn better with visuals. So you want to be everywhere and kind of link back to yourself. And for example, your blog post can include images, videos, and audio clips for them, so then they can absorb your content easier. I also feel like once I started my YouTube channel and my podcast, I've been in contact with so many different people who have discovered me through so many different avenues. Like some people come through my blog, but definitely people have come through my YouTube, podcast, my Instagram. It all works. So I would say, like, if you have the time, like consistently build those platforms. Now, again, along those lines, you don't want to do it all at once, because you're going to get overwhelmed. So make sure you focus on one before you go to the next one. For example, my blog, I had been blogging for 4 years before I started doing the YouTube thing and everything like that, because I had already had a lot of experience in it and understood how blogging works, so that I could move on to the next thing. Number 8, I learned that it's okay to monetize. I think a lot of people have this like guilt about monetizing their blog content, but like if you think about it, if you're always helping others and you're not helping yourself, it's not really healthy. You want to make sure that you do both. You're helping yourself as well. So if that means monetizing your blog, then that's great, because I think people who get value from you will want to support you and want to help you continue make content. So it's okay to monetize. Number 9, it's important to engage with your users. So when people comment on your blog post, reply back. And that means on every platform that you're on, right? Make sure you're engaging with your users so that they want to come back to you. You got to think about it as you don't want a one touch and then they leave type of thing. You want to make sure they keep coming back, because it's important to have those customers that are like your super fans that are going to keep following you and keep supporting you. So make sure to engage with your users. Number 10, I learned that you should write long posts, because before I used to write kind of like a few hundred words and think that was okay, but usually, honestly, it's better to write over 2,000 words actually. Because the blogging world is very saturated, you need to figure out how to stand out, and that may mean writing more comprehensive posts and delivering value where you go above and beyond. So if you're talking about how to build a YouTube channel, you might not just like go into how to start one and just like sign up for an account. You're gonna go into like how to start it, how to design your banner image, how to do your YouTube thumbnails, how to create the best videos, how to do keyword research. Like you might go into all of those things as like a comprehensive guide, and usually that's going to do a lot better than kind of writing a little blurb about like how to set up your account or something like that. So you want to go more in depth and go above and beyond, where people are going to share your blog post multiple times. And then number 11, this is the last point, make sure to understand that it is a long game. You want to go into it with that expectation in mind, because a lot of people just go into it thinking, oh my god, this is fun, and then they just drop off because they're like, I don't see any return, so if I don't get any reward, I'm gonna leave. You have to stop thinking in a way where you're gonna get something back all the time. Like you gotta make sure you think about this as a process and a long game. Do it with fulfillment through process versus through a goal. So you're gonna want to enjoy the process while you're doing this, or else you're really gonna burn out blogging. So make sure to think maybe in a 5 to 10 year time frame. Like don't go into it thinking you're gonna like make a ton of money right away. If you guys like this video, make sure to comment below and let me know if anything surprised you with any of the points I mentioned about what I've learned through blogging. And make sure to subscribe, hit that bell button to be notified of my latest videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.